Hello, I'm Rachel Clark. I'm going to talk about Big Cat Read On, and I'm going to talk about how these books support reading for pleasure. We know reading for pleasure is very, very important. We know that when children choose to read for pleasure, they attain more highly than the children who do not choose to read for pleasure. And we also know that their reading has an impact on their success at school, but also outside of school as well. Unfortunately, fewer children enjoy reading for pleasure than in the past, and we know this through research from organisations such as the National Literacy Trust. With this in mind, Collins created the range of books that are read on. And the idea was that these books would have high appeal, that they would be books that children want to read, and also books that don't look like traditional reading scheme books. So I think the best way for me to talk to you about this is to show you one of the books and show you why it's less like a reading scheme book than other books in the Big Cat range, and why it is such a pleasurable book and something that the children would want to read. So the book I'm going to share with you, and I find this so hard, is to go to the right side. There we go. The book that I want to share with you is The Crash by Eve Ainsworth. As you can see from the size of it, it looks more like a novel, doesn't it, in in its shape and size, rather than a traditional reading scheme book. If I just turn it to the side, you can see that it's not too thick. It's not a particularly long text, and none of them are. So this one, I'm just going to have a little look, is 10,500 words. Some of them are a little bit longer. If I just turn to the side here and look at When the War Comes, this one is 15,000 words. So that's one of the longer ones. This is one of the shorter ones. None of them are particularly long, which is great actually for children having that wonderful feeling of success, isn't it? That, you know, I can get through this book. It looks like a chapter book. It is a chapter book. It looks like a real book. It's not too long. I feel successful for reading it, and I'll probably go and choose another one because I know I can go and read another great, not too long story that's really, really pacey and get a lot of pleasure from it. And they are pacey. This is pacey. I read this in one reasonably short sitting. I loved it, couldn't stop turning the pages. I really wanted to know what happened in this book. You will as well. It's very exciting, The Crash. And it is an adventure story, and we know that because, well, we know it from reading, but we know because on the back, very subtly, just like in a real book, the publishers have put down here the genre for us just under the barcode. And you know how in your adult books as well, and you go to the bookshop and you flip them over and you get like a little flag like that telling you what genre you are going to be reading. Well, it's got that on there, which I think is fab. Just really subtle little clue about this book and this little hint that it's not your usual reading scheme book. There are a range of genres in these books. So this one is adventure. We've got humorous books, we've got thrillers, we've got historical books, we've got very contemporary fiction novels, we've got the whole range. So hopefully there's something for everybody. I also think it's quite interesting that the Big Cat logo there is on the back rather than on the front. So again, it's just really subtle, isn't it? Even on the cover, that this book is slightly different to your usual reading scheme book. Let's look inside. First thing that strikes you when you go inside are these beautiful end papers, just like a real book. So you've got gorgeous end papers, front end and at the back end of the book. They're the same end papers, the same artwork on both. They are a hint as to what happens in the text. They're just beautiful. We have got as well beautiful illustrations. If I just do a little bit of flicking for you there, so we've got illustrations there, we've got illustrations there. So they break up the text, which helps, doesn't it, with the digestion of the text, with the flow of the reading of the text, like a real novel, isn't it, with just those lovely drawings inside. Another thing that I picked up on, so beautiful. Each chapter has got this lovely artwork as well, just like a real book. So they really feel different, which is exciting. It's exciting for me. I read a lot of books. It's so exciting to pick up some reading scheme material, something that's been designed to suit a particular age group, that looks like this. More really nice little features, just like real books. So if we go to the back here, you get these book talk questions. So these are the questions that children could be asking one another about the text. Now, I'm going to just again refer to some of the books that I read as an adult, and quite often in the back you get, don't you, those reading group questions, which are just ace, aren't they? If you are in a reading group, there are some questions to guide your discussions about the text. We've got them in this book as well. And so many ands. We've also got this Ask the Author section as well. So in all of the books that are in the room here, you have got this detail as well, which again feels like that real trade book, doesn't it? That we're getting that connection with the author. So absolutely lovely. Really, really appealing. They feel so nice. Really good quality materials, high quality print on the covers as well. Beautiful. Other things I wanted to talk to you about with this text then is, with all of them, not just this one that's in my hand, is they have been written to really appeal to children. So each of them deals with some quite significant issues that you may face as a child. Things like parental relationships breaking down, falling out with your friends, money problems. So things that our children are likely to have encountered in their life, or know somebody in the class that's encountered those things. That whole idea of windows, mirrors, sliding glass doors, the Rudine Sims Bishop idea about opening up a book and seeing yourself inside, that's very much woven into these books. You'll notice that the authors and the illustrators are representative of different groups within our society, and the characters are as well in our books, which means that children that pick up these books have an opportunity to see themselves and their world, their life, their problems in these books, which gives them appeal, doesn't it? We all like to read about someone like us. They deal with issues. They are books for children at the top of Key Stage 2, but they're safe. They have been very carefully curated and written and illustrated to be suitable for children at the top of Key Stage 2 whilst dealing with issues. So whilst sometimes our children may get their hands on young adult literature which isn't suitable for them, this is safe. So you've got that security, haven't you, as a teacher, of knowing that if children read these books, they have been through an extensive editorial process, which means that they deal with issues, but in a way that is safe for our children. And that's very, very reassuring. It's worth me noting as well, in your teacher notes that you get that run alongside these, we have always written what the issues are that are in the book. And I think that's really helpful. If we take bereavement as an issue, some of the books have characters who are dealing with bereavement. Sometimes you've got children in your class who have had a recent bereavement, maybe of a parent. And you need to know, don't you, is this the right book for that child at this moment in time? So we've flagged that up to you so you can make those decisions yourself. They've got tasks that run alongside them. it's great. I mean, I love writing tasks. I love writing resources that run alongside books. It's one of the most pleasurable parts of my job. Um, but I always do it in a way that doesn't feel laborious and onerous for the children and for you as a teacher. And so what we've done with the tasks that run alongside these books is give you a menu. So you can choose the tasks that you give to your children. And that prevents that feeling, doesn't it, that the children sometimes get, which is, I've read a book and now my teacher's going to make me write a review about it. And that takes the pleasure out of it for them. Well, we've very mindfully thought about what beautiful tasks can we give them that involve talking to each other and role play and drama and responding creatively to the task, to the book. And hopefully that means that you can engage with the books and give children tasks to do with them, but you are not preventing them from enjoying those books as well. That's very much our plan. I think you can tell that I enjoy these books. I just think they're so fun. They're really engaging. They're quick reads. They are enriching reads. I think your children are going to love them. Do let us know. We'd be delighted to hear from you. Thank you.